I don't remember what we were doing. Giving gifts terribly again, I think. Because we don't know how to give gifts.
We do our best.
We try. Alright, let's go.
Back into it.
She walked ahead in silence.
Yeah, following Kyoko.
And in silence, I chased her. Waifu, come back!
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, we arrived. Hello? The dressing room? So the something else you mentioned. Are things getting spicy, Kyoko? Just like that?
That's right. It has to do with alter ego.
Oh, fine.
But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Huh?
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, he has something he wants to ask us.
Alter ego wants to ask us something?
Computer got questions.
Curious computer.
Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto?
Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard.
Is 2 not enough?
No, it's okay. 2 should be plenty.
But what is it he wants to ask us?
Let's find out, shall we?
Kyoko typed in the question.
What did you want to ask us?
Oh, yeah. So, I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied,
Why?
Well,
I need a stronger Ethernet connection to pirate all these movies.
you said my job was done, right? But just to stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone.
What a good boy.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network.
But if you do that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you, and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it.
I can't handle the sneeze that's in my nose. Oh my god.
I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow.
Just like this sneeze.
For real.
You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Yeah, bravest bean.
I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. I can say this. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend.
Damn straight.
Kyoko.
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind will notice it. But let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network.
Jack into the Matrix.
But...
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
もし
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
Hey, are you guys fighting?
Lover's coil, don't worry about it.
If it's about me, please don't. I want to believe in myself, and I really hate when Mom and Dad fight.
Yeah.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this. So please, let me try.
Besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice.
One place?
そうよ。
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera.
A room without a surveillance camera.
The secret room.
Le secret.
Where we got bonked by a luchador.
That's it. The secret room you told me about. The secret room that we went to.
Mhm.
She didn't just tell us about it. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
だけど、
However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over.
You're right.
そうするべきよ。
But despite all that, I still think we need to try,
そう。
because that's our best chance of finding any new clues.
Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
そうね。
Okay then, I'll leave it to you.
じ
Thank
ゃ
you.
あ、
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay?
We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket.
it tickles.
How?
Don't worry about it. Shh, you can't talk right now. They can't. Oh, whatever. We're going to move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay?
Understood. Your command has been implemented.
Okay, but, like, there's a continuity issue here. Because, like, Alter Ego doesn't know what's happening unless you type it in. And
Yeah, right.
all of a sudden,
Uh-huh.
I can hear you. Excuse me.
Cortana?
It's evolving.
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
苗木くん。
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables on one of the desk drawers.
So there might be a network cable in there.
でも、
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already.
Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
そうね。
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room.
Okay.
Stimpy Stompy, time to go sleuthin'.
Sleuthin'. So, I believe it was in one of the bathrooms on which floor?
1 second.
Second or third? Oh, third. No, second.
Yep, there we are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad to look on the map and see everybody's dorm rooms and, like,
Yeah, all
it was in
empty.
the boys' bathroom.
Okay.
Well, it's sad to see all their faces, but know that they're not there.
Yeah.
Hey, Makoto.
どうして？
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again.
What?
いいわね。
Just hurry up and go and make sure you don't run off. I'm going to wait right here.
Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go.
Better beat your feet, kid.
Okay, I'm going.
じゃあ
Be thorough. I'm counting on you.
Okay, waifu, we'll make you proud. Just can't get comfy with mom. Okay, first we had to find a network cable. In the desk! According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it! Yeah, I think it worked. Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something.
You're probably just gonna scroll on Reddit.
I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me.
As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing.
Don't click any ads.
No matter what, we're gonna get you out of here. You and the rest of us as friends.
Friends? Even me? Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
You're sweet bean.
Naegi-kun.
How'd it go?
Well, it went okay, but all the, documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
So,
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
じゃあね。
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko,
何?
Yes?
so we're just gonna split up?
なんで?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
Ouch. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
We just need your love. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
そう。
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
でも、
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen.
Then what should we do?
それが、
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now.
Which is why Alter Ego.
そう。
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option.
Trust in the homies.
We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired. So I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving Alter Ego, but I was way more tired than I
The
realized.
stress of smuggling a computer.
So before long at all,
Ka-thunk.
I was gonna do a sound and I can't do it.
Mhm.
I completely dozed off. Oof.
Bing bong! I didn't order pizza.
Bing bong! The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Hello? DoorDash, I told you
Yeah.
not to ring the doorbell.
Oh, this isn't delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Makoto, get out here.
Kyoko, what's going on?
Hina just came to see me. She was white as a ghost.
Oh, boy.
It sounds like something's happened.
What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said, oh, that's you.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room? Okay, let's hurry.
Can't get something.
All right. What's up, Dolphin? What's going on?
Makoto, Kyoko,
Hina, what's wrong?
something's not right. In the rec room.
What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
What's going on? Did something happen to her? I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking. I tried calling her name. But she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do? First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? And if we break it, we'll be violating school regulations.
We're going to force our way in.
I just said.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
Huh? Then why?
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
Chair?
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as we can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
Then there's no problem if we break in?
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way.
You do you want to lay there?
Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here.
Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long.
Here. I found a broom in the classroom. Use it. You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Use them spaghetti arms.
Come on, please hurry.
I feel like Aoi would actually do a really good
Oh,
job
yeah.
of busting the window. Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit.
Shocker.
Crash.
Damn, good job, Nagi.
The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the window, or the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her, I don't know, it's the most serene death that we've seen. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body.
And so is recent.
Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
Bing bong ding dong.
sad bing bong noises.
You.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Well...
There we have it. Danganronpa.
Moving on.
Sakura's.
さくらちゃん
Sakura's dead.
死んじゃったの
She's really dead.
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? Oh, Hina, baby.
Shock.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long.
I got everyone.
Ogre!
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed. I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. And that's what you're going to say.
No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room. It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation.
I don't need to investigate anything.
Slow your roll, Hina.
Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it.
You know it?
Oh, you. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
I don't like that you call it a murder flyer.
That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Oh, shut it, you.
Creepy bear, shut it.
Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. You guys say this every time. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
And I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to the most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through that with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
Oh gosh, I gotta adjust my voice for that.
You owe them one?
Oopsie. Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What the hell? He owes them one? I hate him. I hate this whole thing.
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it!
Hina?
I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
Okay, then Hina's guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time we'll just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
An order? Because we listen to you.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
Which is?
Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
One of you killed Sakura. I won't let someone like that come anywhere near here.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near here. If it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Oh, you're gonna unleash the dolphin.
Oh, yeah. She gonna bitch slap.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I want to ask you to let all of us in, just let me. What? That's all you can say, my man.
You wouldn't investigate anyway.
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
No, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? Then it's decided.
Nothing's decided. I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But we have to find out who's killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess it's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you are absolutely not allowed to touch her.
Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
This bitch.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it.
Just do
it! Investigate!
I would say make your dreams come true, but this is a nightmare.
Honestly. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. Time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4.
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why is that?
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And the door had been jammed shut with a chair from the inside of the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
Your secret. Or Sakura did it herself.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, this is This is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there's 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime and then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh?
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through the gap in the door, something like that. But in that case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's open.
What do you mean by that?
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the room. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room.
No for secrets.
By that I mean there's actually an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this in a lot of novels and things, but reality, it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
How many secrets have y'all found in this school? I believe so, yes. When it comes to locked room mysteries, there are those basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
Yes. That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
Alright, let's get in it. So, what we got here? Handkerchief.
Looks like some kind of wrapper.
Or a wrapper.
A thing.
That's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. Thought it might help her calm down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them.
You and sweets.
Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took an entire box back into my room.
Wow.
Made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them that much?
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Now they've lost all their flavor.
Oh, baby. Hina. Not nice.
No, polka dot candy. Ow. Pain.
Friendship candy. It's bittersweet now. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting in. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Okay.
The bunkin material.
There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Okay.
We're finding merch at the murder scene.
It's Monokuma shamelessly
Yeah.
self-promoting.
Oh, geez, just putting a plug everywhere. Alright.
There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
Protein!
それが
That looks like a protein drink. And it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
違うの
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know.
Sakura's buddy ran on protein. No blood, just protein.
Just inject it straight into my veins. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
ちょっ
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
とね
You see what's scattered around the can.
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Yeah, but it's on top of the glass.
They aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
それが
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably gonna want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later
The
on.
timeline of events.
An important clue. I'm not sure how I see how. So for the record, I really think this is just Sakura. I don't think there's actually a murderer. I think it's just Sakura.
We shall see. Okay, so who should we talk to first?
Let's get Byakuya over with.
Get the bitch out of the way.
Yes.
なんだ
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away.
Okay.
Fuck off too.
He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I'd better go before he crushes my soul completely.
Fuck are you? Talk to the waifu.
でも
But for Sakura to have been killed,
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
そうね
and she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how could the killer be able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
確かに
Certainly, they would have needed it to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Alright, Hina. Hina. Sweetheart.
We already know who did it. Byakuya took our hero. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Yeah, no time to be presumptuous, Hina.
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Sorry, Hina.
Then let me help you find out more.
You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right in the rec room.
What?
Nani?
After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said that she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon. The Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. She just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this would never have happened.
Oh, don't blame yourself, sweetheart.
Baby, Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know.
Alright, got Hina's account at least.
But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
Alright. What do you want? You're bothering me.
We're gonna bother you more,
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Make it quick.
Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So you found out. Interesting.
Then it's true.
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
So you didn't go to see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth?
We just gotta go ask his waifu.
Yeah.
She'll know.
Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Okay, thanks.
We got the bitch's account.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else we're missing in here? Check out this Othello board. Oh, that's Hina. No, I just wanted to look at the Othello board.
The thing behind, the desk behind Sakura. Further. Yeah, with all the Monokuma bottles.
Ah, yes.
And the locker, probably.
Locker looks a little sus.
There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Oh, I think we didn't look at that blood either.
Okay.
And inside...
Oh, sorry.
What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottle?
Magic.
Monokuma magic.
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know where the bottle's opening is smaller and boats placed inside? You've never seen that?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I have. Makoto just lived under a rock. He hasn't seen shit.
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will.
Okay.
Hey, but there's 2 missing. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Monokuma bottles sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
It's a bonker weapon, yeah.
Mighty bonketing.
So, blood.
There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died?
Mysterious blood.
And
Yeah, the locker.
Look at all them fingies. Huh? Shh. The locker's open? And there on the inside, it's a handprint?
What's the handprint doing here?
It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
Someone was having doki doki times in the locker.
So steamy.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind something a little extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
You would have seen them. Oh, why not?
Think back before we opened the door. We looked inside the room, right?
And the locker was open, so... Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then... what does this handprint mean?
Fingies!
Suspicious phalanges.
Put that in your book.
Okay. Well,
You're fine. I'm getting toast.
This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself.
the chair.
The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think that the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Okay. We know how doors work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Sakura just did everything herself, because by leaving notes for 3 people, that would have, and everybody coming in at noon, they would have had the body discovery announcement. And then everybody would be clear.
Oh, I wanted to exit.
Talk to Kyoko again, maybe?
Perhaps so.
Maybe not. Maybe we just have to...
The clock.
It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego?
So, magazine rack itself? Alright.
Oh. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here.
Okay, cool. Thanks, very insightful. So what are we missing?
I don't think we're missing anything. Yeah, I looked at all that.
Well,
Can you exit the other way by not doing the door?
Yeah, just R. Yeah, let's talk.
Wait, did we look at Sakura herself?
Oh, that's right, Kyoko was the one that examined her.
Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood?
Poison.
The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Yeah, we did go over the fact that all the protein was next to all of the poison. So, you know. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood?
Not a chance.
But Byakuya.
However, you guys have landed on a most interesting location.
Interesting.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree?
Why do you have to be a cryptid? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Indeed.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I think so. For the most part.
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
Just everybody's errand boy. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say.
Okay, gotta go check with the killer and the sea urchin. Oh, right, R. I need to press R to exit. I can't use a door like a normal person.
Nope. Not when it's part of the crime scene. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms.
Okay. Hero!
I-
Toko!
Really, really am glad that they stick you.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so you don't have to actually go.
So, Hero is...
Toko is
yeah.
very close.
Toko is... yeah, so... There she is.
Ding dong! I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds, is it Toko again, not Jill?
Well.
Yeah. Huh? Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. Well, what do you want? So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore. Don't even say her name. God, it makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood too. She didn't look like she was in a good mood. Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Oh.
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. I want an animated where it's just like the crack in the door and she just goes.
Yeah, just...
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I?
Whoop!
I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Everybody is sus. Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? And I'm going back to my room.
Slinks back in reverse.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. All right.
Okay.
Let's go see the better sea urchin.
Here you are, hero.
Press the doorbell. And after a few seconds,
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something?
talk to me. Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
How'd you know about that? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened inside you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
Hero, you're a terrible liar.
Yep.
You're acting so sus right now. Gotta be honest, this is super suspicious.
You can see the future where people can see right through you.
So then you went and met with Sakura?
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah. Definitely suspicious.
For show. Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Oh, do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground.
This moron.
Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh.
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Hiro?
Yeah.
Are you the imposter? Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? If I were Kyoko,
Yeah.
I would disappear for a couple hours. I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room.
To the rec room.
I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start?
Chem lab.
Chem lab! Let's go.
Everyone in this hallway is sussy.
It's a red! They're all imposters!
Imposter. Alright, so F1.
I wish I was better at Among Us, because we could have so many shenanigans.
I wish I wasn't colorblind.
Yeah, that doesn't help. We could play, Project, well, you said you don't like the charisma aspect of it.
Oh yeah, I just people never beve me.
I know.
It's impossible.
I'm terrible at lying too. It's fine. That's why I'm not good at those games. But Project Winter is a game that's kind of similar in the whole. There's 1 to 2 like traders, and you have to go through and try and fix generators or other things to
there we are.
Oh, good. Byaku's there. I'm so excited. But you have to go through and fix stuff. But
Gotcha.
There's proximity chat, so you can like talk with each other.
Oh, I see.
And you can still kill people, and it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
I like that 3D space one that I've been seeing videos for lately. I don't remember what it's called.
the one that Smitty and them play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's really
That
nice.
one would be fun.
I think
Anyway.
it's like first class travel or something like that.
Yeah.
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way.
I don't know. With that ego that you got, I'm pretty sure I can't set foot in this room. Yeah. Got it.
I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand.
No, we meant what we said.
I think what I meant to say was, fuck you!
Just ...
Oh.
Yeah, we got a hell of a mess here.
Hello?
If I could-
Makoto, talk about that?
Yeah, if I could... Guess we have to examine this first.
This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Really? I should probably take a closer look at it.
Thank you.
Looks like 3 shelves. That's the first thing that you're gonna talk about? And then connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it.
Well,
Hello?
this
The
is...
broken bottle.
This is bad.
There's a broken bottle on the shelf. Is this where all that powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem
I
C4.
think there's something a little bit more important than some lettering.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear something interesting?
If it's from you, no.
I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have been spilled.
That's right. It could only been around the time of the incident.
If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. How fortunate and coincidental that Byakuya happened to be roaming around knowing that this happened around the time of the murder.
We got something else here, though.
Footprints.
Toesies! These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf.
How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? Maybe we need to sketch out the floor plan.
By we, do you mean me?
How kind of you to offer.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Fuck off!
That triggers me so bad. I want to punch this boy in the face and snap his glasses in half.
Oh, wow.
I fucking hate him.
Violence.
I choose violence against Byakuya Tagami. Okay. I know,
okay,
Nora. I'm choosing.
Oh, but violence, no.
But I choose violence, Nora. You don't understand. I choose violence. Nora, come here.
Oh, ice cream truck.
At least it's just playing like Twinkle Twinkle Little
Yeah.
Star. There was one year where it was playing like Christmas music, and it was really creepy though. Like it just came out.
Yeah,
Very
Christmas music, when it's in any other key than what it's supposed to be, it just sounds wrong.
I think that was around the time like Siren Head was peak.
Oh,
Shit,
okay,
so
yeah.
I was so sus to look outside. I was like, I'm paranoid.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I drew up a sketch of the room.
Oh, our sweet boy.
You know what? He is the most protagonist of protagonists. He doesn't do anything well. So, how's this?
Adequate. Not bad. For you and me.
For me.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business on the leftmost shelf.
You can see that by looking at
You
the room.
didn't need to draw it out.
They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
You don't fucking say.
Mhm. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours?
No.
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
Give me your shoes. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints.
No. Unfortunately.
But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to.
Then these prints are a really valuable clue.
Look at everybody's shoes.
Okay.
Examine the feetsies.
So, next
Yeah.
time on Arcade Allies...
Next time on Arcade Allies, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
We'll see if the shoe fits.
Hey!
We want to find our Cinderella.